Good morning, dear friends, especially our dear lay mission partners and our dear Bosconians. I'm sure you have just been listening to the orientation on the Bus Connect code, and that was premiered at 10 today. And today is also the memorial of the dedication of the Basilica of St. Mary Major. This is August 5. That basilica is also named in Italian Santa Maria Maggiore. And it is one of the four major basilicas in the world. And these four basilicas are all in Rome, these major basilicas. So it stands alongside the Basilica of St. Peter, and also the Basilica of St. John Lateran, and also the Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls. Now for this basilica, there's one legend, unreported before the year 1000, that gives another name to this feast. Our Lady of Snows. Snow. That is what falls to the ground in winter, especially in those areas in the temperate and frigid zones. And according to that story, a wealthy Roman couple pledged their fortune to the Mother of God. In affirmation, she produced a miraculous summer snowfall. Imagine it was summer, but then snow fell. And told them to build a church on the site. In fact, there's the outline on the snow of how the church should be built. And the legend was long celebrated by those who are going to the church by releasing a shower of white rose petals from the basilica's dome every August 5. Now, when I was in Rome, I often visited this basilica. It was very accessible since it was near the Termini, the train station, and also near our house there, Sacro Cuore, where we find the Basilica of the Sacred Heart, and also near the Philippine community there, Santa Pudenciana. It's just a walking distance, and if you would go to our chaplaincy there for Filipinos, you would definitely be passing by that road that is that is near the Church of St. Mary Major. And also, it's near the Church of Our Lady of Perpetual Help in Rome. It's right there, no? The Via Merolana, and Via Merolana crosses this two basilicas. At one end, you have the Basilica of St. Mary Major, and then at the other end, you have the Basilica of St. John Lateran, about 10 minutes walk, and you would go from one basilica to the other. And it is in this Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore where I often went for confession. Now, in this church, we see many wonderful things. When you go inside, now you would see the golden ceiling, as what you would see there in the picture on your screen. That is a picture that I took from inside the basilica. And it was good because there were no chairs there placed at that time. And one thing that would really astound you is the ceiling, which is gilded in gold. And there are other things, of course, like the mosaics, which are so beautiful, and the beautiful flooring. The relics of St. Jerome are also there. And then beneath the main altar, you find the relics of the crib of the infant Jesus. And then, of course, that portrait which many people visit in pilgrimage, the portrait of Mary, Salus Populi Romani. What is that? The salvation of the people of Rome. And from the beginning of his pontificate, Pope John Paul II requested that an oil lamp burn day and night in vigil under the icon of this Salus Populi Romani, the icon of Our Lady, as witness to his great devotion to Our Lady. We know very well that Pope St. John Paul II was really Marian, and in fact, on his coat of arms, you see there the letter M. And his motto, totus tuus, is actually to marry. It's all yours. And this icon of Salus Populi Romani is also visited by many pilgrims, among them Pope Francis. And you know, Pope Francis had visited Santa Maria Maggiore more than 70 times in his pontificate. Whenever he goes for visits to other countries, he would pray there, and upon returning, he would return to the Basilica to pray to Our Lady. And those visits of his are somehow a reflection of his own personal spirituality, that he is Marian, that as shepherd of the church, he entrusts his flock to Mary. And that icon, which is a historic favorite among Jesuits, that icon Salus Populi Romani, it is among the most well-loved and honored images in all of Rome. And you know, over the centuries, it has been credited with a lot of miraculous feats. For example, the ending of the Black Plague. And then there's also the cholera epidemic. And then ensuing victory in the Battle of Lepanto. You know, the day after Pope Francis was elected Pope, that was on March 14, 2013. I was in Rome at that time. So in the evening, we were at St. Peter's Square, and we witnessed his first talk as Pope. And I followed the news afterwards. The next day, early in the morning, he went to St. Mary Major to offer his papacy to our Blessed Mother. He visited the Basilica to pray, to offer his papacy through the intercession of Mary. And since then, he has paid homage to the image roughly 10 to 15 times every year. And you know, just recently, something very moving was that during this plague, during this pandemic of COVID-19, the Pope went on a pilgrimage. And one of the places that he visited, the most prominent, is the Basilica of St. Mary Major, where he prayed for the suffering humanity, for all of us who are under the mercy of this virus. So he prayed before that icon of Our Lady at St. Mary Major. And this Basilica of St. Mary Major, it was built at the order of Pope Liberius very early in the mid-4th century. The Liberian Basilica was rebuilt by Pope Sixtus III shortly after the Council of Ephesus in 431. And if you are adept in church history, you would know what the problem was at that time, what the heresy that was combated by that Council of Ephesus. And the council affirmed Mary's title as Mother of God. Now, rededicated at the time to the Mother of God, St. Mary Major is the largest church in the world honoring God through Mary. And so, dear friends, today's celebration is a reminder to us of our own love and devotion to our Blessed Mother. As Salesian educators and as Bosconians, we are definitely Marian. And we honor her especially as Mother of God today in commemorating this dedication of the Basilica. Mary is our mother, and she is also Mother of God. Why is she Mother of God? Because she was the mother of Jesus, who is God. Today also, the Salesian sisters celebrate their Institute Day. So greetings to all of you, my dear Salesian sisters. God bless you all and have a great day.